To the heart of pipeline here in Nairobi. Water is a big issue in Nairobi and its supply is sensitive. So let's tell you about how, for example, car wash businesses are surviving in this acute water shortage in the city of Nairobi.
James Amukuma left Kakamega for a better life in the capital city. He runs a car wash business in Pipeline Estate where he has employed 4 other people. Water for him isn't just life. It's his livelihood.
Mimi natumia hii borehole, tunawekewa na malori za clean water. Hii kazi iko chini. Unaweza shinda now the whole day hiyo yenye umenunua.
Even Sofuela has also been plying this trade for a year.
Unakuta wakati mwingine hakuna maji, imeisha kuitishwa, ukiita inachukua kama wanao ni kuja, ni customer amekuja anataka aoshewe, ako na maspidi.
Water shortage in Nairobi has always been a sensitive issue, so much that in January 2017, the Nairobi Water Company gave a directive that it would shut down car wash businesses.
There are people who are running that business. They have actually punctured the supply line just before the meter, and therefore now it is their business. Now they are supplying water without using our meter. We are aware of that.
But many car wash operators like James insist that even though theirs is an unstructured roadside car wash, they're not the ones responsible for water shortage or unscrupulous means others resort to.
Walikuja hata hao makara wenyewe wa maji kabonga nao mpaka hata unaona chukua maji wanakunywa, wana test, wataka kuona kama ni hao anapata ni ile ya chumbi ya borehole. Hiyo ndio inawekewa na malori. Wanaenda wanasema tu fanyeni kazi, lakini ukipata na hiyo maji yetu itakuwa story nyingine.
Pipeline has often been referred to as Nairobi's concrete slum. Poor infrastructure, buildings so dangerously close to each other, blocked drainage, improvised plumbing and electrical wiring, unplanned real estate, and a population past the 100,000 markers of 2016 make a perfect breeding ground for alternative sources apart from the Nairobi Water Company's supply. Water here is ported at great distances. Many tell us they have even forgotten they have taps in their houses. They're ready to spend on average 20 to 30 shillings for a 20-litre container, regardless of where the water is coming from. It's a sensitive subject. Many water point sellers are elusive about who really controls this business and why this demand-supply chain is easy to sustain. But will taps remain forever dry for the residents?
We are encouraging, for now, short term, we're encouraging water harvesting plan.
James and Evans have aspirations that are dependent on good leadership.
Kwa hii kura nikipiga kura yangu, nataka ule kiongozi atajali maslahi yangu na pia atakuja kunisaidia mahali nafanyia kazi.
Right, so that is what is happening in Nairobi, but it's certainly not unique to Nairobi. Nairobi undergoing a current water shortage. Gentlemen, thank you very much for making the time to be with us on Kivumbi 2017 as we discuss an issue, water that is life, water that is also political, to understand where we are with our water supply. Ismail, I'll start with you. Sure. Perhaps to paint the picture of where we are with water supply in the country, how much is getting to whom, in terms of access, in terms of cost. Nairobi is undergoing a shortage. It was supposed to end in 3 months. We understand it's been extended. But let's not just think we're all cozy here in Nairobi. Water is an issue and is a crisis across the country. Could you paint for us a picture about water supply, water access in Kenya today?
Thank you so much, Yvonne. If I was just to give you a picture of from the data of 43 million Kenyans whom we are serving, to tell you that the people who have access from the last data that was done by WASREB, the impact report, 48.6 Kenyans have access to water. And that now, again, devolves to how many Kenyans live in urban and how many live in rural.
Right.
Urban, out of 10.5 million Kenyans who live in urban, 60% have access to water.
Yeah.
And 32.7 million Kenyans who live in rural, 45% have access to water.
So that's over half who do not have access to
Absolutely.
water.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
this is a big issue. So the question is, why? Why do they not have access to water? Do we not have enough water to supply to all the citizens? I mean, these are some of the basic issues we would have thought in 2017, 50 plus years after independence. What is the challenge? Why aren't all these people unable to access water?
I think it's a myriad of issues. A lot of investments have been done by, since independence. But the question that we need to ask ourselves is, where did that investment go? It's not that any government since independence has been investing in the water sector.
Right.
But where did that investment go? That is the question that I will pose back, because time and again, we have been investing in the water sector.
Yeah.
But now the question that we need to ask ourselves is, are we strategic, number one? Did we look at sustainability? Because we as Trust Fund, for example, as a parastatal within the water sector, we just launched a report recently during the Kenya Water Week.
Yes.
And we went back to our investment for the last 5 years, asking ourselves, is that borehole there? Is it functioning?
Right.
And I think this conversation, it's good to bring the picture of also where we are with devolution.
Yeah.
Who is now in charge of actually putting water in your tap?
Okay, and we'll get to that, but you raised an important issue that we have been investing in water time and again.
Yes.
Let's speak to somebody who was there and the chief accounting officer of the Water and Irrigation Ministry. Where have we been making investments in water? Have they been in the right place? What would be your thoughts, having been PS in this very key ministry that deals with water?
Thank you very much, Yvonne. I must say that the history of investment in water is fairly checkered, because at one time we invested in public water services, and during the initial period of independence, and therefore a lot of projects were developed under the Arambe water supply schemes. These were very sporadic. They were not planned, and consequently they were not maintained. That led to a situation in which most of the investments which were put in water were not working. And then there was a period of minimum investment in water, and that also led to dilapidation of the old infrastructure. So we had an infrastructure deficit, as well as poor planning on our part. But since 2002, with the new water reforms, I think we became fairly strategic. We have observed major investments in water. But you know, Kenya is a water-scarce country, and therefore water is not everywhere. Water is limited to water towers, as we call them here. Water is limited to where there are lakes, like Lake Victoria. And therefore, there are large areas in this country which do not have their own water.
Okay, so let's talk about, because you raised an important issue, and allow me to just ask this as a layman. People in Kisumu still have challenges accessing water. They live right by the lake. In Mombasa, they have challenges accessing water. That the whole ocean, from a very layman's perspective, why do people in those areas that are closest to it, I mean, we'll talk about how it's distributed from the counties and the regions that have it to the regions that don't, but sometimes it just defies logic that people who live near these large water bodies, you know, Kisumu water still is a problem. We had our reporter speaking about that.
Yeah, there is specific issues with specific areas. For example, Kisumu is near Lake Victoria. And what happens is that the investment in water pumping consumes a lot of electricity, a lot of power. And secondly, the water, Lake Victoria water, is fairly polluted. So it requires a lot of purification stages. And therefore, the cost of water in Kisumu is much higher to bring it to your tap, unless it's not treated. So you find a situation in which there is abundant water, but there is nothing to consume.
Water everywhere, but not a drop to be found.
That is the situation in Kisumu. So lack of investment and consequently a high cost of treatment makes Kisumu a water deficit area in spite of a large water storage, as I may call it, in Lake Victoria. In other areas, we have, like Mombasa, for example, most of the water is mainly comes from outside Mombasa. It comes from Mzima Springs, approximately 350 kilometers away. It goes to Mombasa and then it is treated for distribution. So you find that quite often this is an infrastructure which was built long time ago and therefore fairly old. Occasionally it has bursts and therefore stoppage of supply. And this makes the local inhabitants to get their water from boreholes. In Mombasa, they don't have boreholes as such. They have wells, shallow wells. Some of these wells are fairly polluted because of the water table. And consequently, and also the fact that they use pit latrines. It means there is exchange of water.
So what I'm hearing from you, Professor, is that it costs quite a bit of money. You know, in terms of tapping into the water source, purifying it, and then ensuring that it's distributed to Kenyans' households. We'll talk about, you know, funding of water in a moment, but water is a devolved function, Ismail. So tell us about who's responsible for what between the national government and the county governments. In many instances, Kenyans want to know, who amongst my leaders should I be holding to account? In Kitengela, for example, they have a number of sources, as we've seen. EPZ, there's boreholes, there's, you know, all of these things, and they're buying water that's transported by donkeys, not even sure of the source. But when Kenyans want to start to hold their leaders to account, who do they hold to account? Maybe you can explain the process of devolution of water.
I think I need to put a caveat from the get-go because we are in transition. I think we had a new constitution. We went, you know, we have also two levels of government. And then from the constitution, it's very clear the role of the national government and also the role of the county government. Same thing, if I was just to take the same from the constitution and what I can put it in a layman's language, what it says is the government will provide, national government will provide water to the backyard of the county. The county government role is now to distribute that water. That is why, in fact, to quote from the Constitution very clearly, the government will invest in bulk water. And that is why, through the Water Act 2016, which actually was just gazetted 3 weeks ago. And in fact, from the water sector institutions, we are going tomorrow to Machakos, all the institutions, to be inducted in the Water Act 2016, which will actually make all those things very clear.
So quite simply, national government takes it to the backyard of the counties. They're then responsible for its...
the distribution.
So it's management, its supply and distribution to the people. Has that been clear, Professor Kroder, do you think? I mean, Ismail says, you know, we're still in the process of transition. But do you think the counties have taken this role up rather clearly? Is the national government doing what it should, facilitating this to the counties?
I think the counties are not very clear on their roles yet, because one of the reasons is that when they are told that they're in charge of water services and sanitation, they think that they are in charge from source to tap. But you see, the issue is that water comes from another county, and so they don't have their own source. The only source which most of the counties have is either a river passing through them, which is shared by other counties, or they have a borehole. When it comes to water which is within their jurisdiction, the water source, then the county governments are supposed to develop that. And you saw quite large investments in boreholes and wells and so forth. But the large water utilities are very expensive. The infrastructure is so big that no single county can fund an infrastructure for water services. And that is the role of the government. You will see in the Water Act, they have the Water Development Agency. This is the role of the agency that can borrow and also invest in water, large-scale water distribution to several counties. And that is essentially what needs to be very clear. But one picture which I want to make is that it is not that the counties do not know, but I think there is some communication gap between what they should do and what the national government should do. One would say that the role of the national government is to clarify these issues because they are in charge of capacity building for counties as well. So they should clarify these issues. There should be public participation, etc., to make this clear and to make the counties own what their functions are.
Okay, interesting. You've talked about two big ones, public participation and the capacity of the counties to be able to manage this water. Ismail, you work with the counties all the time. Do you believe that they have the capacity? What more needs to be done? We will go to Kitengela in just a moment, but it's a massive thing there. I mean, they're depending on EPZ, which itself should not be distributing water. This is just for them and their factories and the work that they do. But do counties have the capacity to manage water supply? He says, you know, no one county can build this infrastructure on their own. But with the little that they've got, do they have the capacity to manage water?
Thank you, Yvonne. I think it's good. It's very important also to look at, we said we have two levels of government, national and county. They all have specific budgets. National government has specific budget for water. County government has specific budget for water. Now, all is not lost. Some of them got it right from the beginning. And I'll give you a very good example. Part of what we do is also encourage the counties to invest in the water sector because they have a specific budget for the water sector. And last year, what we did was we awarded the county that invested 1 billion every year in the water sector. And that was Wajir. And to tell you that success story, because it's very good to mention, all is not lost when we're talking about the capacity. There was the recent drought, which we are still transitioning. We still cannot say that we are out of that drought yet. I received 150 million from the Danish government, and I wanted to invest in the worst affected areas. Wajir was somehow affected, but it was not red. Why? Because the county government invested 1 billion Kenyan shillings every year. And that investment made a difference during this drought. So when you talk about the capacity, it's two ways. Now, it's getting the planning right. How many people are you planning for? I think one of the things, and let me give you a quick story. I know we're short of time, but I'll give you a story. In my hometown, there was a mosque nearby in downtown Garissa. And when I visited, I was told the colonial governor at that time actually gave a huge tract of land to the mosque. But the community said, no, this is enough. You know, they just showed him where they went, and he's like, but guys, I'm telling you, in the future, it did not make sense to them. Now, in the middle of the county of Garissa, we have the Jamia Mosque, which is like supposed to be the biggest mosque, has just a small piece of land. Why the community did not see, they were not futuristic to see that in our plan we should think further. So to come back to Wajir, they got it right by investing the right amount of money. That is one.
So this was 1 billion every financial year from 2013 to 2014.
So he has invested not only in the water company and build the capacity of the water company to manage, because that's also another aspect. When we look at sustainability, we don't look at the activity level. Is this infrastructure going to last 20 years or 50 years from now? But also the institution that is going to manage that. And the example that I like using is this. When you want to build a house, me and you, kule mashinani, because you live in Nairobi, you live and call your aunt, who you never spoke with her for 20 years, and say, nataka kujenga nyumba unichungie hiyo wafundi. But when we are investing in public good, public infrastructure, how come we don't also put those due diligence in place?
That's a good point to take a look at, because we've given a great example of what's happening in Wajir County. It's an interesting point to then take a look at what's happening in Kajiado County, which is where we are, in the heart of Kitengela town. And by the way, if you are watching us in Kitengela and you're able to get out there, please go out there and vote. Ali Hassan Kauleni is there with the voters. Ali Hassan, unasikia mambo hapa ya kwamba Wajir wamefanya investment nzuri sana katika sekta ya maji, lakini huko Kajiado inaonekana ni kama mambo ni tofauti kidogo.
Bila shaka Yvonne, uliposema angalau watu wajia kule wanaweza wakasema alhamdulillah, na haswa kwenye huu mfungo wa mwezi mtukufu wa Ramadhan wakashukuru. Lakini kuanzia milango ya saa 12 hadi sasa hivi elekea kama saa 2:30 tumekuwa tumekita kambi eneo hili la Kitengela, wenyewe wanasema Kite. Si mbali sana na mji wa Nairobi, tunazungumzia kama kilomita 30 kusini mwa mji wa Nairobi. Tumekuwa huku na wenzangu akiwemo Zubeda ambaye sasa hivi anapata futari, na zoezi kubwa ambalo tumekuwa nalo huku ni kuwauliza wakazi wa huku Kitengela maji wanayotumia wao wanayapata kwa namna gani, na wao wametueleza kuna wale wanaotumia kisima, wale wanaotumia mto, wale wanaotumia mfereji na wale wanayanunua. Ninaye Shemo Bwaka na mwenzangu Levis Msungu, watatueleza moja kwa moja kura zimekwendaje, manake hapa ni uwazi, hapa ni mwangaza, hapa ndio kituo na matokeo ni papa hapa. Shem, tuanze. Walosema wanatumia kisima, kura ndo hizo zitawekwa pale, zitakuja kuhesabiwa. Usije ukapoteza kura hata moja. Shem, wanaonunua, mtazamaji wangu, kura ndizo hizo moja kwa moja, rangi ya kijani kuonesha mambo hapa ni wazi, mambo paruanja, tukiwa Kitengela. Wakazi wa Kitengela tuko pamoja? Yes. Moja kwa moja, msije tena mkakata rufaa ya matokeo bana. Mkaenda mahakamani kisha kuna mkazi hapa ameharibu kura. Spoiled vote hiyo. Maana ananunua na amekwenda mtoni. Kisha tumalize na hapa. Kwa hiyo wenzangu hapa Shem pamoja na Levis wataanza kuhesabu moja kwa moja tukishirikiana nao kutoka hapa Kitengela siku hii ya leo. Swala ambalo tunalizungumzia kama moto ambalo linawasumbua wa Kenya na watu wanaotizama sasa hivi, si Kitengela pekee lakini Kenya kwa jumla, ni swala la maji. Na wakati Shem na Levis wanahesabu hizi kura, kuna baadhi ya Wakenya wakazi wa Kitengela walopiga hizi kura, wanaweza katueleza wao wanafanya nini hapa Kitengela, majina yao na ni kwa nini wananunua maji.
Nashukuru sana. Mimi naitwa Rogers na ni mwalimu hapa Kitengela. Maji nanunua. Maji ni tatizo kubwa sana huku Kitengela, na sisi kama taifa na watu wa Kitengela tunahitaji maji. Kwanza kabisa, hebu na tuhifadhi vyanzo vya maji. Hilo ni jambo la kwanza. Jambo la pili, serikali ishughulikie wananchi hapa Kitengela, wanaweza chimbua maji, wizara ishughulike pia katika sehemu hiyo.
Na nikikuangalia ndugu yangu, nafikiri huyu hana shida sana. Watu wa Kitengela mtakubaliana nami, manake hii tai inafuliwa kila siku na anasema ana shida ya maji hapa, anafua kila siku.
Asante sana. Kwa majina ni Sam Kamau. Mimi ni mfanyi biashara hapa Kitengela na pia ni mwaniaji wa kiti cha MCA hapa Kitengela. Na ni kweli vile wananchi wamesema ya kwamba tuko na shida kubwa ya maji, na vile vile tunajua ya kwamba tuko na chemichemi ya maji pale katika mji wa Loitoktok, ambayo pia inaweza inasambazwa katika miji ya Machakos. Kwa hivyo yetu ni kuuliza gavana wetu ama serikali ya ugatuzi iweze kuangalia ya kwamba yale maji yanaenda ingalao yaje katika mji wa Kitengela na maeneo mengine hapa Kajiado, manake kuna shida kubwa. Wananchi wetu wanapata magonjwa ya kolera, manake hiyo shida ya kosa maji ama yale pia yanachimbuliwa na kuwa ni shida.
Mtazamaji, hayo yanajiri manake tunasubiri matokeo ya kura, ndio hivi wanafanya kumaliza. Naomba msilale mpaka tupate matokeo jamani. Hali inaweza kubadilika ikatokea kwamba mnapata maji kisimani, ndio hivi, na mkimaliza Shem na Levi mtatueleza kura. Nawe dada unasemaje?
Na majina naitwa Linga, mfanya biashara hapa Kitengela. Ni ukweli tunanunua maji. Naomba serikali iendelee kuchimba visima mahali tofauti juu si watu wote wako na pesa za kulipa watu wa punda, na hata si watu wote wako na ile nauli ya kununua hiyo maji.
Kwa majina naitwa Nixon Karaine, mwaniaji wa kiti ya MCA Kitengela Ward katika chama cha Jubilee. Maji katika kaunti yetu ya Kajiado ni mengi. Ile shida tuko nayo kubwa sana hapa mji ya Kitengela ni kwamba tuna maji bomba ya sewage system. So tuna drill maji lakini bado ile uchafu tunaweza kuwa tunakunywa kupitia ile maji imekuwa drilled. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio changamoto kubwa, na tunaomba serikali kuu na serikali ya county iweze kutengeneza bomba la maji taka, ili tukidrill maji ile tutadrill within our town, hata kama ni ya chumvi lakini tutakuwa tukikunywa ikiwa safi.
Yvonne Kwara na jopo lako kule studio, kama umeyapata, haya ni maoni ya wakazi wa eneo hili la Kitengela. Tunaweza tukasema kwamba asilimia karibu 75 ya wale ambao tumezungumza nao wanasema maji ni donda sugu. Maji huku Kitengela ni dhahabu. Ukweli urongo?
Hi.
Over to you, Yvonne.
Asante sana for that vote. We'll definitely be coming back to you, Ali Hassan Kauleni, to take a look at who's leading. Where do people get their sources of water from? Remember, that's also a question we're asking you on social media. Where do you get your water from? How do you access it? We want to take a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll be speaking with my pundits tonight about why water is a political issue and who should you be holding to account regarding water supply, its access, its quality and its cost, and whether this indeed should be an election issue or will be an election issue. Back with my pundits in just a moment. This is Kivumbi 2017.